Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of Being a Sports Talk. Now, I'm just getting away from being sick, so my voice may sound a little bit congested. A lot of times people say, like, oh yeah, I'm coming off a sickness, and you can't really hear it in their voice, but I think I can hear it in my voice right now, so I think you guys will be able to hear it. But I really just want to talk about the Giants game and what my stance on Eli is now. Now, I've been an Eli Manning fan. I think we're all coming from the same boat. We want Eli to do good. We want the Giants to play well. It's just, he doesn't inspire confidence in us anymore. We're failing him as an organization to surround him with pieces. You had in the 2017 season, we didn't have a lot of pieces around him. And I think if there were a lot of pieces around him, I don't think he would play much better. I really don't. I think if he had Odell, he had all these pieces, I don't think he'd play much better. You have to make a great defense because no matter what, the defense is going to let up one more touchdown or one more field goal than Eli Manning scores no matter what. So you need a great defense. You know, Eli Manning will make those one or two plays at the end of the game. He can still do that. But it's just come to a point where the Giants have a rebuilding defense. He doesn't fit on this team to win. This team is not built for him to win. This team is built for Patrick Mahomes. This team is built for a player like that to use all these weapons with Saquon Barkley. And you know that this defense, so you can just overcome this horrible defense. James Betcher, I don't trust him. I never trusted Pat Shurmur. And they kept on bringing Carolina Panthers and Arizona Cardinals over to the team. Like, what are you doing? What are the odds that those guys are successful? I mean, you guys are familiar with them. I get it. But, you know, what are the odds that those guys are going to be the most successful? I get it. They can fit into your scheme. But stop bringing these guys along. Let's try something different. Stop bringing the Christian Stewart. Stop bringing a bunch of players like Antoine Bethea. Stop bringing these guys that you say are going to be good, but they never end up being good. Let's bring in good guys. Now, this year, I think we got to fire somebody. We can't be settling with mediocre coaches. We just can't. We can't be settling with mediocrity because we've tried it over and over again, and it just doesn't work. Eli Manning is not that bad. Yeah, I looked at the highlights. I didn't see the full game, but I looked at the highlights, and he could still make all the throws. He's he's dedicated now. It's just that he doesn't have the juice anymore. And this team, we just have a losing culture. You know, we keep on losing, and it's like, oh God, here we go again. And our defense does not. This is another thing. Our defense does not generate turnovers. They just don't. With zero turnovers in 2 games, you need to give the offense extra times to get the ball. That's what made us so successful in 2016. Our defense was generating turnovers. That's why we were successful at the end of last year. You know, Alec Ogletree was making interceptions. You got to make plays on defense. You know, you can be shut down, third down all you want, but there's a reason why you get a lot of points in fantasy leagues with, you know, scoring defenses. There's a reason why the Chiefs did really well last year. Because even though they let up so many yards per game, they gave Patrick Mahomes more times to carry, you know, to get the ball. They gave Patrick Mahomes more time. You know, Patrick Mahomes did have a hurry-up offense and made the defense a little bit, you know, tired when they got back on the field. But they were just, them and the Bears, just generating turnovers. That's why they were so successful, you know. All it takes is 1-2 interceptions to change the whole course of the game. You realize that a lot of games, the guy doesn't come, no turnovers, and it's just like, oh shit, that was closer than I thought it was. You know, I was watching the Gator-Miami game the other week. The Miami Hurricanes did not cough up the ball, and that's why it was so close. And the Gators did. We had like 3 or 4 fumbles. You got to hold on to the ball, and that's why the Patriots are so successful, because they do not have dumb turnovers. They don't have dumb penalties because they're momentum killers. And if anything, you give the momentum to the other team, and football is all about momentum. You've seen like teams look like they suck, and then the next week it's just like, oh shit, like they're the best thing since sliced bread. Like they're making so many plays. It's all about confidence. It's all about momentum, and turnovers generate momentum. The Giants team they're not generating any turnovers. We had a better pass rush this week, but I mean, it's just we're not good at anything. We're not good at anything, and we're horrible. We have a horrible secondary, and I think it's gonna get better. I don't think it's gonna get any worse as these guys grow up, they age. There's some concerns like DeAndre Baker. Is he fast enough? There's some concerns like that, but we're fully healthy right now. You know, the only person we're missing is Golden Tate and Darius Slayton. You know, we're missing some people, but not a whole lot. This is our team right here. You know, we have some core pieces. We have Dexter Lawrence. We have some sick corners. We have to keep those pieces, and we got to build around them. I don't think that you give up on Jabril Peppers yet. I don't think he's Landon Collins, but don't give up on him yet. He could still make some plays on special teams. Special teams is better. You have flashes with T.J. Jones, but just think about who is Eli Manning throwing to? T.J. Jones, Russell Shepard, Sterling Shepard's not playing. I mean, this is 2016 all over again, 2017 all over again, where we went 3-13. This is that type of season. We're not generating turnovers, and we've seen this before. Now, as far as you play Daniel Jones, this is not Eli's fault, but sometimes the writing's on the wall. Josh Rosen's been screwed over with his career. I think you almost have to start thinking about going to Daniel Jones, and he's going to make a lot of mistakes. He's going to fumble the ball a lot. He's going to be a disaster. He's going to suck. He's going to be like Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold last year. But you're going to have to put him in. Eli Manning he's going to be good on some other team. But he just doesn't fit what we're trying to do with this team. He just doesn't. He doesn't fit. We don't have many weapons. We got him a nice, offensive line. We got him a running back. But this defense is just going to let up one more yard, one more touchdown, one more penalty, one more BS, unnecessary roughness than what we can afford. And Eli Manning can't. He can't come. He can't come over that anymore. He can't throw 400 yards every weekend like Patrick Mahomes can do. He can't do that. And he just doesn't inspire confidence in this team anymore, as much as you want to say. And I'm sick and tired of losing. I'm not sure about you guys, but every single week we lose. I think the Bills and the Cowboys are good teams. I do. But we lost to them by a lot. We did. With 2 touchdowns and pretty much 3 touchdowns, 3 scores last week. And something has to change. We can't settle for mediocrity anymore. We're the New York Giants. We could say, I remember years after the Super Bowl, let another team win the Super Bowl. But now I'm starting to get a little impatient. We can't settle for Pat Shurmur, who coached for the Cleveland Browns. We can't settle for that. We have to settle for great coaches. Tom Coughlin wasn't the best coach, but he inspired confidence in this team. James Bettcher, he was just 34 defense. We're not generating any plays. Something has to be said about that. Now, I want to let the season play out. It's only 2 games. We went 0-2 in 2007 when we won the Super Bowl. Things can change. The Dallas Cowboys were 3-5 last year. We can make one major acquisition. Don't know what it would be, but we need a playmaker. We're too young on defense. O'Shane Ximines, DeAndre Baker. It's just youth on this defense, and there's no veterans on this defense that can inspire. We have Antoine Bethea, but he's a long-time miss. Alec Ogletree is, I guess, okay. He's looked all right. I don't know. Those are my opinions about the Giants. Let me know what you guys think about the Giants. I don't think Eli Manning's that bad. People are like, Eli Manning sucks, put Daniel Jones in. I'm like, no, Eli Manning's doesn't fit for this team. But we should probably put Daniel Jones in. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Eli Manning is actually, fun fact, he's 8 passing yards and 1 touchdown behind Ben Roethlisberger, and Ben Roethlisberger got hurt today actually. So that's something to look out for. Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger are really tight. Ben Roethlisberger actually had to pass Eli Manning. Eli Manning had the better career than Ben Roethlisberger. People are forgetting. But then later in the career, it's just Ben Roethlisberger, went up. But don't forget about that. Eli Manning has had the better career than Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger's been surrounded by great coaches. Pittsburgh Steelers are great at developing linebackers and offensive linemen and wide receivers. Ben Roethlisberger's always had the tools. And 2 more points I want to add. 1, Pat Shurmur. He's uninspiring. I think he's doing some things to keep Saquon Barkley healthy. He knows that we can't win the game. He's doing some things like that. But you just look at him, what he says is fine, but he doesn't inspire. He doesn't rally up the tribe in the group. It's hard to explain. But when your coach is giving you a motivational speech and you're just not believing one thing he's saying, that's what Pat Shurmur is, and he's going to be highly under a microscope. And another thing is, we have no playmakers on offense. So many drop balls, so many times. It's just, and those again are momentum killers. The guy drops the ball. It's just really the defender kind of made a good play on it, but you got to catch it. It hit you in 2 hands, and then all of a sudden, if you drop that pass, that could have led to a bigger drive and a touchdown. But now it's a 3rd and out, and the defense has to get back on the field. And I'm just rambling at this point. Let me know what you guys think. Go Giants, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.